Hello students, hope all of you are fine. So dear children, we are doing the lesson why do we fall ill. So far we have discussed about the infectious and non-infectious disease, okay, and how does the antibiotics they work, what is the common among all the bacteria and how virus they differ from the bacteria, how why we can control all the bacteria but not all the viruses can be controlled by a single antiviral drug. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about the means of spread. Okay, spread of the diseases. Okay, so diseases they can be spread by various means. Okay, we know, we have discussed earlier also, diseases are spread by various agents. Okay, diseases are spread from one place to another, one person to another person, through or by various agents. The microbial agents mainly move from one to another in a variety of ways. The disease which is transmitted from the diseased person to a healthy person is called communicable disease, as they can be communicated or they can be transmitted. Diseases are spread by air. We all need air to breathe. If the air that we breathe in is not free from the disease causing agent, then we may develop certain diseases. Such diseases are called airborne diseases. Okay, so you might have experienced that if we sneeze, okay, the droplets remain in the air. The air may have droplets of spite which may have microbes or virus in it. These droplets are released in by air by sneezing, coughing of a patient. Some of the disease that spread by this means are common cold, pneumonia, tuberculosis of the lungs. Now diseases are spread by water also. Okay, water is essential component of the body. We require it for drinking, cooking food and many other purposes. Okay, so there are various other modes through which the disease can be transmitted, and one of them is water. Okay, so we require water for various purposes. The drinking water must be fresh and free from the microbes and other materials. Drinking of water from unhygienic source may cause disease, and such diseases are called the waterborne diseases. Okay, some of the waterborne diseases are, we have the bacterial disease. Okay, we can have the diarrhea, we can have polio, cholera. Okay, so these are some of the diseases which spread through the contaminated water. Even jaundice also can spread through the contaminated water. Okay, how the water becomes contaminated? If the fecal matter or sewer water, okay, it get mixed with the pure water or the drinking water. Diseases they are spread by the sexual contact also. Okay, diseases that are spread by sexual act or contact between two persons are called sexual diseases. They are transmitted by sexual contact only, hence these are called sexually transmitted diseases or STDs. Some diseases spread by these means are syphilis, AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, etc. So why acquired immunodeficiency syndrome? Syndrome word is used for the collection of the diseases. Okay, in AIDS a person become a person loses the immune system. Okay, a person's immune system become weak and the person get infected from various diseases and shows number of symptoms. Okay, so collection of symptom is called syndrome. That's why the term syndrome is used here instead of symptom. Okay, AIDS is also spread by infected instrument or syringe for the blood or blood transmission. If blood is transmitted from the infected person, then also the AIDS is transmitted. Transmission of infected blood from one person to another, from infected mother to her baby during pregnancy. Okay, person infected with AIDS are called AIDS positive or HIV positive person. Okay, disease are spread by insects or animal bites also. Insects are the largest group of animal. They are small to big in size. Not all insects are harmful. Some common harmful insects are mosquito, housefly, bedbug, lice, etc. So you can see in the figure, okay, some insects carry the disease causing organism from one place to another without causing any injury to the person. For example, housefly, it is a carrier. Mosquito bite a person and inject the disease causing agent into the human blood while feeding on the blood. It is a vector. Now it needs blood to lay mature egg. Okay, why mosquito feed on the blood? And only female mosquito, because female mosquito need blood to lay the eggs. Okay, and male do not feed on the blood. Male mosquitoes do not feed on the blood. They feed on the nectars of the flower. Some diseases caused by the mosquito bite are malaria, filariasis, dengue, encephalitis. Okay, then we have chikungunya. Filariasis is also known as elephantiasis. Okay, some animal bite by the animals like dog, cat, monkey, etc. can also cause the diseases in human, and if they are infected themselves by the rabies. Okay, that means rabies can be transmitted by the bite of these animals. Now such animals which cause rabies are called rabid animals. Okay, one must be careful of such pets or stray animals. Now let's discuss about the carriers. Okay, so carrier, housefly is one of the carrier. Okay, common carrier of infective organism. The pathogen is housefly. Housefly are attracted to open food, garbage, fecal matter. Okay, of both human and animal. Okay, infected microorganism adhere or stick to the sticky hair of the flies and are transferred from the decaying matter to or the excreta to the food, eye, skin, wound, cut, and thus of the healthy organ, a healthy person in. Okay, and the person becomes infected. Mosquito, similarly, female anopheles mosquito transmit the malaria as we discussed earlier. Okay, so here it is a vector which is transmitting the disease from the one infected person to another person. Okay, mosquito, it bite infected person and then it bite the healthy person. So the disease is transmitted from the infected person to the healthy person via mosquito. Okay, now organ and tissue specific manifestation of some diseases. Now what is manifestation? Manifestation basically the effect as signs. Okay, the signs which are seen or that are expressed because of the disease are called the manifestations. Okay, and now disease causing organisms or pathogen enter. Okay, then manifestation means clear sign of distance. Okay, existence. Okay, the body through the specific or particular route, that is nose, cut mouth, etc. Okay, cut or through mouth and reach their target organ or tissue to show their manifestation or effects. Okay, now this is so because these organisms have even evolved in these organs during their evolution. Okay, that means these organisms, they are adapted to survive in particular organs. Okay, for example, plasmodium. Okay, it complete the life cycle into host, mosquito and the house mosquito and the human being. So it the plasmodium is adapted to survive in human being as well as in the mosquito. Okay, now one case we'll discuss through which you can understand. Microbe that enter through the nose along with the air go to the lungs. They cause infection of the lungs, tuberculosis as shown in case of the bacteria causing tuberculosis. Okay, microbes that enter through the mouth along the water or food enter gut, stomach and intestine. They stay in the gut lining and cause infection. Okay, as is in case of bacteria causing typhoid. Virus that enter liver and stay there, they cause the infection to it and cause jaundice and hepatitis. Okay, sometimes the route of the entry into the body is different and its effect are seen in the other organs or the general body as a whole. For example, HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, enter the patient body through the sexual organ. It targets the lymph nodes in the body. Malaria parasite enter into the body via mosquito bite through the blood, reach liver cell and then RBCs. Okay, Japanese encephalitis virus enter the body via mosquito bite and through blood reach the brain and cause brain fever. Okay, the presence of microbes in the tissue or organ body is confirmed because of the sign and symptoms of the disease. Sign are some sign are tissue organ specific, other may be general for the whole body. Okay, for example, if the person is suffering from the malaria, then the person will show the signs like shivering, high fever, anemia, that is lack of blood, or the blood count decrease in that particular person. Okay, now we'll discuss about the immune system. Immune system is the self-defense system of the body. Our body has its own self-defense system. If any disease-causing organism enter our body, the body triggers or start defense system. This destroy the disease causing microorganism. This is a fight between the body cell or defense system and the pathogen which cause the organism which cause disease are called pathogens. Okay, if pathogens win, then it results in the disease. If body system win, then it is healthy state. There are many line of defense: white blood cells, WBCs of blood, lymphocytes of lymph are the soldiers of the body's defense system. Certain protein of the blood, okay, antibodies, immunoglobulins, that is Ig, also do the same. Thus body has self defense system and is called immune system. Okay, and it protect us from the infection that take place from outside. Okay, now the one who get infected and disease has weak immune system and his immunity to the disease is less. Beside the one who gets infection but does not develop disease has strong immunity and immune system, and his immunity to the disease is more. This system gets automatically activated in response to the infection and starts working to defend or protect the body from disease causing organisms. Now AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. That means acquired, that means which is gained. And what is gained? Immunodeficiency, that means lack of immune system is acquired by the body and it shows a number of symptoms. Okay, as a result of infection of the various organisms or various pathogen. Okay, it is sexually transmitted disease in which the patient develop a host of diseases due to weaker or deficiency in his immune system. Thus the whole body and the organ are affected. The patient turns weak and is bedridden at later stage. AIDS is caused by the HIV virus, that is human immunodeficiency virus. Due to weakened body defense, minor infection faced by the patient every day turn to be severe. For example, a common cold in such patient turn to become pneumonia, and a gut infection can turn into major diarrhea or blood loss. Ultimately, this other infection become severe and kill the HIV/AIDS patient. For certain diseases, the body immune is developed, boosted, make preferred and stronger. Naturally, it is present in the body after birth, natural immunity, okay, and artificially when it is developed by injection protein from the weakened microbes into the body, that is vaccine, and is called acquired immunity. Okay, one is the natural immunity, okay, and another is the acquired immunity. The process is called immunization or vaccination. Okay, the process by which a person, okay, becomes developed the immunity against any disease, that is called the immunization. Okay, and the process of making the body immunized or making the immune system strong by giving the dead or weak microbe in the body of a person, that is called the vaccination. Okay, the process of introducing weakened microbe into the body of the person to make immune system strong, that is called vaccination. Okay, immunization is a process of making immune system strong. Okay, now body develops the required immunity against the disease for which the vaccine is given. To maintain health, many vaccines are available. Now immunization program have eradicated, that is it has eliminated many diseases from human population. Some diseases are fought for eradication. Okay, now you can see there are number of the immunization programs that are present in our, that are given by our government. Okay, and at different age the immunization is given. Okay, now what the immunization programs, they prevent the body of the organisms, okay, from the diseases, as I showed you. Okay, the immunity, it can be the passive immunization or it can be active immunization. Okay, so passive generally is through the providing the vaccines to the organisms, okay, or the individuals. Okay, so you can see here the various vaccination programs are available. Let me tell you something about active immunity and passive immunity. Active immunity, it develops due to contact with the pathogen. Okay, and that leads to production of antibodies in the host body. Passive immunity, it is developed when the ready-made antibodies are injected into the body. Okay, now active immunity, it has no or only few side effects. Okay, and passive immunity has it can cause a reaction. Okay, example, we have vaccination for polio. So in this polio vaccine is active immunity. In this the dead or weak microbe is introduced, and that microbe, due to that microbe the body develop antibodies itself. Okay, but in case of the passive immunity, for example, there is snake bite, okay, or there is any infection of the tetanus. Okay, in that case ready-made antibodies are given. Okay, ready-made antibodies are given and the body do not have the time to prepare the antibodies. Okay, so in such case, okay, such a immunity, okay, in which the ready-made antibodies are given, that is called passive immunity. And the immunity in which the body develops the antibodies, that is called the active immunity. Okay, you can see some vaccines for different diseases. Okay, so dear children, in next video we'll discuss about the principle of prevention and principle of treatment. Okay, till then take care and bye bye.